Hey there, Teresa. Okay, so it's been about 6 months or so that you've had your loan, and whether you've purchased or refinanced, I want to just kind of set a reminder that in real estate, we obviously we're getting it for security, right? A place to live, but it's really more than that. It's a vehicle to wealth, to legacy, to aiding in your future financial structuring and success. And so I want you to start thinking about your next move and whether how long you're going to stay there, or how can you take advantage of purchasing another property. So we don't want you just to have this one property. There's so much wealth that's generated by property ownership. So when you're looking to purchase another property, there's a couple of ways you could do it. So oftentimes the people are on a high road to owning property. They buy one property, hold it a year, and do a move-up purchase. Hold it a year, do another move-up purchase. Because when you're purchasing owner-occupied, you get in with a low down payment, right? So FHA, you can only do that. You can only have like one FHA loan at a time. There are circumstances where you can have more, and same thing with VA. There's circumstances where you're moving or your family size increases, but for the most part, you're going to owner occupy that FHA loan. So your next purchase is going to be conventional, right? So you're going to have to need a little bit more money to buy that. So if you're thinking about that, I want you to give us a call so we can have a one-on-one consult to figure out a way that you can plan for that. A lot of times when you're buying an investment property, let's say, you're buying, let's say you live in a 2,000 square foot home and you want to buy an investment property, but you're going to live there. And this 2,000 square foot home, maybe it's in a really beautiful area of Ontario, and you want to buy your new owner occupied home in Victorville, which is 100 miles from your work. And it's less square footage, it's way less money, and you're adamant that you're going to live there because you can work from home. When you present an occupancy issue into the equation, it presents a challenge in getting financing. So if you really do intend to live there, chances are you're not going to make a good enough argument to warrant that you're leaving your $600,000 Ontario home and you're moving into a 250 two-bedroom home with your family in Victorville. So if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it's usually a duck. Now you can make, that's not to say that, certain circumstances don't warrant exceptions to rules. Now, if you're really going to buy that as an investment, typically you need to put 20% to 25% down. 25% down if we're going to add back in those rents to help you qualify. If you just put 20% down, we're going to have to hit you with both payments. So if your income is, if you're bought very conservatively and your income has been going up and you're really conservative on your debts like a lot of people are these days, and you can handle two payments, then you can certainly do it with 20% down. Most people choose to do the 25% down. That can be a lot of money though, right? So you can see why sometimes when people start out a little bit conservatively on their first purchase and then do a move-up purchase. So you are purchasing that next property with 5% down, which is a lot more doable on 500, 600, 700,000 than 20 or 25% down. Another way to purchase is by doing a second home. Second homes are amazing. The interest rate is almost identical to a conventional loan with 10% down, but you have to put 10% down. So that's a little bit more easy, right, than coming up with 20 or 25%. However, on this, you have to qualify with both payments. The other thing is it has to be in like a second home area. So you can't be living in Irvine and buy a second home in, Mission Viejo, right? You're going to buy a condo in Mission Viejo as a second home. It has to make sense. A lot of second homes are in Big Bear area, Palm Springs area, or maybe if you're out in the Inland Empire and you're buying a second home out in Orange County or, South County, San Diego, it has to, all these things have to make sense. That earlier, that walks like a duck, talks like a duck, that's basically the rule, the easiest way that I can explain it. So I want you to be thinking about your future, taking advantage of the tax breaks afforded to people with rental properties. And if you ever need anything or need any advice, feel free to reach out. I'm more than happy to discuss some kind of a plan with you. Have a beautiful day.